Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Kirk. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, I have 4 planter boxes back here, and I don't have a lot of room in this space. We are here temporarily, and I have to maximize and be very particular about what I plant to make sure that I get enough produce in each of these boxes. And so today I'm going to show you how to grow a basic garden in a smaller space. And it's not as hard as you think. I know that when you think of gardening, it is a little bit overwhelming, but honestly, it's not that hard at all. And as you watch this video, you're going to see just how easy it actually can be. I do have rock in between my planters, and we left the dirt alone and did not put any fabric underneath it so that the roots can go deep into the ground. And then the rock actually helped the vines to warm up the plants so that they produced really well. And so this is just an easy way to do a garden. And once you make that little investment, it lasts forever and you will grow amazing produce. So let's get started. So this is my first planter box that I'm going to plant today, and I want to put my beets and my lettuce from my let pot in there. And so here's just a couple of them to see how beautiful they turned out, and they're really lush and green, and I'm excited to plant them. But I'm going to do those toward the back of my planter, and you can see that I put down some really good soil. It's just ground soil that I bought from Home Depot. You can also get it from your local nursery, and I mix that into the soil so that it has a lot of nutrients throughout the growing season. And I also bought some starts from the nursery that I'm going to be using with my let pot plants just to fill this entire area. So I also bought cilantro from my nursery. So cilantro likes sun and part shade, and so I'm going to put it back in this corner where I feel that it won't get too hot and it will just shade it a little bit during the day. And so you want to dig a hole that's deep enough to place this much of the plant. You can see that the root ball is basically as big as that pot, and so that's how deep we want to make the hole. Just make sure you really mix in that nice new topsoil so that it's really rich in nutrients. And then you want to squeeze the bottom just to get your plant out and break up the root ball on the bottom. So just take your hand, tear off the bottom there, and on the sides. You want to make sure you do it on the sides as well. And then you're going to place it down in the ground. And then put that nice soil all the way around so your plant feels nice and tucked in, basically. And then I'm going to get water just to give it a little bit of a drink really quick. Just give your plant a little bit of water just so it isn't in too much shock. And then it will start to stand up as it gets used to its new environment. And then you can put the tag next to it so that you remember what it is. So do the same thing with your second plant. I'm going to put it right here. And you want to space them about 6 inches apart. So I have 2 plants, and those should do really well in that spot. And give it a drink. And they do, they look sad when you first plant them. They get really nice and perky after a couple of hours of being planted. So just be patient. And then back here, I am going to plant some of my let pot plants. Here's my arugula, and I have several of these starts, and so I'm going to put them near the lettuce so that it's with my lettuce plants for salads. And same thing, it's just in those little pods with the stickers, and you just take them out. You can start planting them. I got quite a few. They did really well, so I'm excited about that. But basically, I am going to do a row that continues here and then over there. I think I still want to keep a lot of my beets in that area, but the arugula, I'm going to plant about 6 inches apart. Again, they don't need too big of a hole, but just loosen that dirt again. And then to take it out of the pod, you do have to remove that sticker. So just get that out of the way. And then pull it out. You don't have to break away the root too much because everything's growing on top. So you can pretty much leave it together. But I'm going to stick it down in there. It's going to be so pretty. I can't wait. Okay, and it is just a little baby, but outside in this warm weather, I promise you, in a few weeks, this is going to be completely covered and full of green and purple and all the pretty colors of the beautiful herb and beet garden and lettuce. So I'm going to go ahead and plant all of these. Oh, one more thing. I do have basil as well. I'm really excited to plant basil. And so I'm also going to put that by my cilantro and lettuce. Oh, and these get really big, so we want to give them a lot of room. I planted all of my beets, all of my lettuce, my arugula, and my cilantro, but I want to, in the rest of this box, I want to put my cucumbers because I only have 3 other boxes and I want to make sure that I maximize what I grow, and cucumbers would do really well in this box. And so I just bought a really good variety. I like to can pickles, and this is called Garden Sweet, and it's a burpless cucumber, and I bought 4 of them. You can see that each one has 2, so there's 4 total, but I'm going to plant them in that area, and I'll do it the same way. You just dig a hole and break up the root ball and plant them. But like I said, only 4 will fit in that area, and I'm going to plant 2 together like this, and then I'll give it about 2 feet of space and then plant the other one. I also got bush crop cucumbers, and that's the other variety that I'll be planting with the Garden Sweet. My second planter box that you can see by my Home Depot bucket is going to have my squash plants, and I want to do butternut and acorn squash, and they get really big, and so I can only do a few plants in there, but you just have to allow enough room for the vines to spread, and I allow them to go on my rock as well. I bought starts from the nursery, and this is about how big they are, and I bought 2 of each, so they produce really well. I get between 20 and 25 squash per plant, and that's when I harvest in late September, and it's a beautiful crop. If you love squash, I love those 2 varieties. They're really sweet. I roast them in the oven with butter and with brown sugar and cinnamon. So anyway, I'm going to hurry and plant those and get those in that spot. As you're planting, make sure that you use some plant food, and this all-purpose Miracle Grow is amazing. It's also for produce, and I use it all the time, but I just mix it into my water can, and I do about 3 tablespoons for 3 gallons, so basically a tablespoon per gallon. and it goes a long ways, and it will just help your plants to establish root and also to be really healthy as they are growing. I'm about to start planter number 3. I just finished the second one. You can see the squash plants right there. And then that third one, I planted garlic in the fall. I planted my garlic cloves and they grew all winter long and they look beautiful. They'll be ready in about a month and a half. But what I'm going to do is plant some peppers in between them because I won't have enough room for all of my vegetables that I want to do. So that's my plan. So I'm going to continue planting, and I'm also going to do my tomatoes over in that area as well. So still have a lot to go, but it's coming along. I'm going to start with my super sweet cherry tomato. And this one already has little tomatoes growing on it, so that's exciting. And I'm going to plant it right here next to the garlic. And like I said, the garlic will be ready within 5 to 6 weeks. So it's okay if I plant my tomato plant close to it because the garlic will be coming out sooner than the tomatoes. So just loosen up that root ball. Also, it helps to wet down the soil before you plant, especially on a hot day like today. And so just take your hose and wet down that soil, get it nice and moist so that when you dig, you have an easier time. And I think it's less of a shock for the plants when you plant them if there's a little bit of moisture content in the soil. So there's my first tomato. And I do have tomato cages that I'm going to add to these so that they are supported, and I'll do that right when I'm done. But after you plant, go ahead and water, get that soil nice and wet. It will help to get that tomato cage down in there too, if that water seeps down into the soil. And then make sure you put the labels of the plant next to the plant so that you know what tomato plant is what. They all look the same. They're very similar. And over here, I'm going to plant my next tomato plant. And this is my early girl. And these are ready in July, so they're really nice. And then on the other side, I have 2 more tomato plants. Actually, I have 3 tomato plants I'm going to plant. So we get 3 more on that side. Okay, so I have these tomato cages. And now that I've wet down the soil, I'm going to push those down in. You want to get them down as far as you can. This is my 3rd planter box, and you can see in between the garlic, I've planted my pepper plants because, like I said, I will be harvesting the garlic sooner than I will be harvesting the peppers. So there's enough light in between these rows that the peppers will be just fine. So you can see how I just put those down in there. And I did snacking peppers, I did bell peppers, and even a jalapeno. I love jalapenos in my salsa. And then all of my tomatoes are over here. I have 5. I always like to get an early girl, aroma, a big beef tomato plant, and cherry tomato plants. And that way you get a variety, a really good variety of many different types that you can use that taste good, and they come on at different times in the season. So those are really nice. And I have my 4th box that will be my melons, and you can see that some garlic from last year popped up in that box, but I'm going to go ahead and start planting my melons. So it doesn't look like much yet, but give it a few weeks and everything will start to grow and get really nice and big. But I love these planter boxes. They have been amazing. My vines do really well. They just grow onto the rocks, and the rocks seem to keep them warm, and I've had a lot of success with my melons. So I have watermelon, I have a crimson sweet, or 2 crimson sweets, and I have honeydew and cantaloupe all growing in that planter box. And yes, I do have that garlic plant. But all of my salsa vegetables right here, and my cucumbers and squash kind of in these areas, and then my herbs and beets and lettuce. And I'll show you some photos of my garden from previous years so that you can see exactly what to look forward to. Just be patient. It just takes time to get a nice harvest, but when you do, it's completely worth it. And my yard is just blooming and looking so pretty, and all because I fertilized and made sure I did that at the beginning of the season. So make sure you watch my tutorials on yard work and gardening and all of that, and you can do the same. So I hope you liked my video. Stay tuned because I will be showing you the progression, and also I'll give you tips along the way. I do have a drip system set up, and that waters my plants at night, and that's very helpful. And I'll be testing that system tonight when it's not so hot. So wherever you plant, just make sure you have good water and that you water enough. You don't want to overwater, but you also don't want to underwater. And my plants get watered every other day as the season progresses, but when they're young, I like to water them daily. So anyway, hope that helps. If you enjoyed my video, make sure you like and subscribe. I have many more fun videos to come. And be sure to share with your friends. Who doesn't want a nice yard and garden?